are back, and we are back with two beautiful dogs, Candy and Mai. How are you? Is it Mai?
Yes.
Yes.
That's right.
So introduce us to Candy and Mai. How are you dogs? Well, they're not allowed to touch them or even make eye contact. They're basically your dogs. They exist to be in a relationship with you, correct?
That's right.
Right.
Yeah.
So tell us about how you came across these two dogs, first of all.
Well, Angel, would you like to go first?
I'll go first.
I know.
I contacted the Lions Foundation of Canada approximately 7 years ago. I had Googled hearing ear dog guide, and the Lions Foundation came up. I applied thinking that I would not be qualified because I didn't think my hearing loss was that bad. And I got my doctor to fill in the application, and I was approved. I was very surprised that I was approved. So that was a crossroads in my life where I started realizing I really do have a hearing disability. And I waited around 4 or 5 months after I put in the application, and then the Lions Foundation came to visit me to see what kind of surroundings I have. And then they flew me to Oakville for 2 weeks for my training because I needed to learn how to handle a dog guide. And I flew back home with Candy and started my life with her.
And you've
wonderful.
been together ever since. And how many years has it been with Candy?
We've been together over 6 years now.
That's wonderful.
yeah.
And what about you? What's your story with this beautiful pooch?
Well, Mai and I have been partnered since 2014, so we've been together now for 2.5 years. And so I have a question for you two ladies.
Yeah.
Angel just spoke so eloquently. Would you know that she was hearing impaired?
No, not at
No.
all. No.
So that's something that she and I have in common. We have what's termed an invisible disability, a disability that has no visual cue. So the paradox in my case is that I have an invisible physical disability. And especially for someone as young as myself, who looks perfectly able-bodied on the outside, unfortunately that doesn't reflect the reality of my physical limitations. And so what's really unique about the Lions Foundation of Canada dog guides is that they don't discriminate between visible and invisible disabilities.
Yeah.
Right.
They train each dog tailor-made to each client's unique needs because they understand that disability is not a single snapshot. It's actually on a spectrum.
Right, exactly. So when we're talking about this, Andy, you know, you sort of think about Guide Dogs of Canada being for visual impairment, but dog guides, the Lions dog guides, what sort of spectrum of disabilities do you pair people with their dogs?
Well, that's why we call ours not guide dogs, but dog guides, because we have 6 different types of service dogs that we supply to individuals. And this is for individuals right across Canada, even the Northwest Territories. And each year we attempt to match 200 individuals with a service dog.
And so it's hearing, is it?
Oh, well, yeah, sorry. Vision, the number one, there's hearing, special needs, autism, seizure response, and our latest one, which was the diabetes awareness dog.
That's incredible.
I know
right.
it is incredible. And so with this, it must be a big undertaking because you were just saying you were flown to Oakville. You've now, and we didn't get all of your story, but thank you for making us aware that it is inside and out and seeing it. But this must be a big cost and a big fundraiser that continues to need to happen. So tell us a little bit about the cost of this.
Exactly. They estimate that each dog costs about $25,000. That's from the time that they're bred. We have our own breeding center in Breslau, and once they're bred, about 2 months they go into a foster home, and they're made aware of the surroundings in their city or wherever they are. And then about a year, they go into to training to be a service dog. And then they're there for anywhere from, I think somewhere up to about 6 months, but I'm not sure about that, but it takes about 6 months. But the whole process is $25,000, including flying every client into Oakville, where our center is, and putting them up for 2, 3, 4 weeks. It really depends on the type of dog. And they're put up, fed. Everything's taken care of by the money that we raise through these walks that we have.
So the money that you raise, you don't have any funding from any government support or anything like this. So this really comes from our community.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Absolutely
It
no
really
money
is.
from government at all.
Now, I just have one question that was asked out in the green room, actually, and that is because you have on the dogs, just very quickly, it says, do not touch, do not pet. So can you just give us a quick snapshot of why people have to be respectful of that?
Well, if Candy gets used to other people approaching her all the time, and if I allow people to pet her constantly, if I'm out in the mall and walking, and Candy may want to gravitate towards other people, and you risk Candy gravitating to somebody who's afraid of dogs.
Yeah.
So that's one of the important reasons why we don't let our dogs be pet by other people.
Right.
If we do, we take their vest off.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So we can learn that and a lot more with the upcoming walk that's coming, that we put it on the screen.
That's on
Everybody-
September 25th at
Yep.
noon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
At Stanley Park, and anybody can come and join us. We're going to have the walk, and we're going to have a barbecue after, and
You're
some
still
prizes.
giving. He's still giving. It's just a great environment, and I
Yeah.
see the benefits even by the smiles on your face.
And
of
so
what this
people
has
can
done.
find that at Purina Walk for Dogs, right?
Yes.
Okay, awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank
you
you,
very much.
dogs, for being on the show. I won't make any eye contact.
No.